I tell you, folks, the Democrats are losing it. They're starting to lose it. There's a story here from thehill.com. Chris Van Hollen. He's from Maryland, and he's a ranking member of the House Democrat leadership. Slammed Jeb Bush today. Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush out there criticizing Obama's economic policies. And Van Hollen says, why don't you criticize your brother? Your brother's the reason we're in this mess. Your brother. Go back and take a look at unemployment before your brother left office. 700,000 jobs. That was after Obama's election, Mr. Van Hollen. These people are losing it, folks. They're literally losing it. Chris Van Hollen, the top Democrat at the House Budget Committee, said hundreds of thousands of Americans were losing their gigs in the months before Bush left office in 2009, said that Bush's policies tipped the scales toward the wealthy in Wall Street. He said, I've searched the record, and as far as I can tell, during that 8-year period, you didn't challenge your brother's administration handling of the economy at all. Yeah, Van Hollen's right about this, and we have talked about it. We have chronicled it. You can track massive layoffs to November and December of 2008 and January of 2009, and they coincide with Obama's election. Those numbers don't get big before Bush leaves office. They get big after Obama wins election, but before he's inaugurated. But these people are so fixated. We're now 3 years in, 3.5 years in. The Democrats have long taken credit for this. David Fluff has said Obama owns the economy. Obama has said he owns the economy. A bunch of Democrats. Biden has said in the past 18 months, 2 years, that the economy is all Obama's. But common sense-wise, we're 3.5 years now into the Obama administration. And the idea that any of this is lingering from George W. Bush is absurd. But they're cracking up now. They are lashing out. They're getting venomous because they've locked themselves into a corner by blaming Bush and by not talking about anything positive, because they've got nothing positive to talk about. Now they're flailing away wildly. And they're looking like absolute jerks. And they're sounding like jerks. I mean, even Democrat websites today, even the MSNBCs and the CNNs, they're not blaming Bush today. They are so low when they look up, they see the gutter. That's how depressed they are. They're not happy. They're not excited. They're not trying to blame this on Bush. I mean, by the end of the day, I think they'll get their act together and resume the program. But when these job numbers hit today, these left-wing media people were absolutely depressed as they could be. They know what this means. They've been hoping to be able to carry forward a lie, a deceit. That there's not one shred of good news. Bush has been off the radar for 3 years. Bush has not been out there by design. And these guys want to try to continue to make him a target. I'm telling you right now, it is going to fall flat. Bush, long gone. Bush, not in public. Bush's picture, Bush's face is not out there. Bush isn't tied to any of this. This is all Obama. This is all the Democrat Party. Steny Hoyer, grab me soundbite 6 this morning on CNBC. Squawk Box, Becky Quick to Steny Hoyer, another ranking member of the House Democrat leadership. Why haven't we grown faster? What's the problem?
Under George Bush's economic program that was adopted 8 years later, what happened? We lost 4 million jobs in the last year of his administration. This administration inherited the deepest recession anybody at this table and most of our viewers have experienced. It was a financial meltdown, which are the longest recoveries after those kinds of meltdowns. You hear her say there, no argument? No argument. So they're locked into this. You know, I got a suggestion. Steny Hoyer, Chris Van Hollen, all the rest of you. Why don't you just
Let's just cut to the chase. Just blame George Washington. He started it all. He's the first president. Blame it on him. Or if you want, blame it on Lincoln. Or go back and blame it on Nixon. What a bunch of gutless wonders. Pure gutless wonders. Sit around, blame Bush as though you haven't... What? Yet all these 3 years, all of you Democrats have tried to claim whatever imaginary credit you wanted to try to make up for all the wonderful things that were happening in this country. One jobs report, and all of a sudden, all's lost. One jobs report, and all of a sudden, George Bush rears his head, poisoning the Democrat Party well once again. But then there's another problem, because other Democrats are off the reservation on this in their own way. First, it was Cory Booker, who said that Obama's attacks on Romney and Bain Capital he didn't like. They were nauseating. This kind of politics he doesn't like. Then Fast Eddie Rendell, the governor of Pennsylvania, echoed Cory Booker, ripping into Obama for attacking Romney and Bain. Then Lanny Davis, Mr. Bill Clinton defender, goes on TV and totally rips Obama for the campaign of blaming Romney and Bain Capital.